What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Sam from Team SamRX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a brand new Salamangreat deck profile for the post-October 2019 ban list with the brand new Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix that has just been released out of Chaos Impact. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't played testing this deck for quite some time now. The deck is very explosive and is one of the top tier decks in today's metagame. And with the release of Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, I just feel like the deck has just more utility now, especially for time purposes and things like that. I feel like Salamangreat just got a little bit better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Throughout this deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of the card choices and the reasons why I play them. I'll go through you guys the main deck, side deck, and also the extra deck, and I'll explain to you guys some cool applications and ways you guys can actually abuse Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix in today's metagame. Before I get started with this video, I just want to give a huge shout out goes to Duelist Wilson. He's the one that actually helped me build this deck. So bro, if you're watching this video, a huge shout out goes to you, Wakanda forever, bro. And shout outs to Pandemonium Gaming as well. So you know what guys, I won't waste any more of your time. Without further ado, let's just start it with today's deck profile. One Salamangreat Gazelle, one Salamangreat Fowl, and also the one Salamangreat Falco. These cards should be standard in any Salamangreat based deck. You guys all know the applications of Fowl and Falco. Falco lets you replenishes your own trap cards from your graveyard, and Fowl also helps bait out cards like Crescendo. And also at the same time, these cards are really important because they're level 4 monsters, which actually helps you get access to Abyss Dweller. And Abyss Dweller shuts down almost every single deck in today's metagame. So decks that utilize the graveyard, getting access to Abyss Dweller is what makes this deck very, very good. You guys don't know what Gazelle does. There are obviously some plays that you don't even need to use Gazelle at all, and sometimes you just want to hold Gazelle in your hand so that way you can actually play around cards like Nibiru, which is really good. Double Jaguar is able to recycle back your extra deck monsters back to the extra deck, so that way that you can constantly recur him every single turn from your graveyard. So accompany of obviously the Double Jaguar, you're gonna play of course triple Salamangreat Spinny. This card is insane as well. Helps you get easy access to Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, and the best way to actually abuse Pyro Phoenix is using Hita, right? Spinny and Jaguar helps makes Hita really quickly, and once you make Hita, you can get quicker access to Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, which is really good. Of course, triple Salamangreat Foxy. This card helps get rid of any problematic floodgates on the field. On normal summon, you basically get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and add a Salamangreat card. And one of the really good things about Foxy is that you guys all know that this card helps get rid of any problematic floodgates on the field. This card is Salamangreat card. Summon itself, destroy Faceless Spawn trap card on the field. It also helps you make Mirage Stallion as well. Next, we're gonna play, of course, triple Flame Buffalo. This card is really good. Since your deck plays a lot of hand traps, like you want to actually dig for interruptions as quickly as possible, and this card makes your deck 100,000 times more. Being able to send cards like Spinny, Foxy, Falco to the graveyard off Buffalo's ability is just insane to draw 2 cards. So that way that you can eventually see more of your interruption cards or see more of your combo pieces like Wolf, the Salamangreats, and also at the same time helps your deck become really consistent. So triple Flame Buffalo, absolutely mandatory to play in this deck. Triple Ash Blossom, very standard. Sunlight Wolf can also recycle this card from your graveyard, which is pretty nice. Triple Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Triple Nibiru. Nibiru is one of the best hand traps in today's meta. Helps clears boards. You know, if your opponent summons 5 or more times, you basically get so much value out of activating Nibiru. Phantasme also helps dig through your deck for cards like Ash Blossom and also Nibiru. And also at the same time, going second, it helps you see your combo plays like Buffalo, Gazelle, Silent Mining. Phantasme just helps unclog and unbricks your hand, which is really, really good. I understand not a lot of people have access to Phantasme. If you guys are budget players, you guys can use cards like Ghost Ogre. DD Crow is also a very good option. Ghost Bell. There's so many other substitutions you guys can use instead of Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. But in today's metagame, if you want to be able to play this deck competitively to its full competitiveness, you must play Phantasme. It protects your monster from being targeted by card effects, and most importantly, helps unclogs your hand. If you guys can get access to this card, I would recommend you guys playing this card over like the Ghost Ogres or DD Crows 100,000%. The last card that I like playing in the deck is I'm maining 3 Super Polymerization. This card is ridiculous. The reason why this card is so good in this main deck is because it's one of the cards that you can actually draw as your 6th copy, like Nibiru and also Super Poly. They both have their advantages and they both have their disadvantages, right? Nibiru is really good in your first turn 5 card opening hand, but if you see Nibiru as a 6th card, it essentially becomes a brick, right? So it's completely useless if you see Nibiru has 6th card, whereas Super Polymerization, like if your opponent commits already into building their boards of Colossus and Titan and things like that, you can easily draw this card as their 6th card and then just break their board. They literally use all their resources into making their board, and then you can just draw this card as your 6th card to just break their entire board. And the really good thing about Super Polymerization is that your opponent cannot negate this card, which what makes this card really, really good. I know that the Blessing plays Super Poly instead of Nibiru, and he plays Impermanence, but I felt like having Super Polymerization and also Nibiru in the main deck just gives you so much more coverage in today's metagame. Like the chances of you just, you know, opening up Phantasme and just potentially drawing to your Super Polymerization or Nibiru is just really good. And overall, like you just have so many good cards going second and also so many good cards to actually help break boards. Going first, this card isn't that bad because you can just set this card up as an interruption for your opponent's turn. And so sometimes if you're only able to make a Sunlight Wolf, you can easily set Super Polymerization and then super poly their board, summon the monster in the Sunlight Wolf zone. So that way you just get tons of value off Sunlight Wolf's ability, right? Polymerization, one of the best board breakers in today's metagame. I would definitely play super poly over Impermanence any day. This whole hand trap lineup is just absolutely insane. So that's pretty much it for the hand traps and monsters of the deck. Before we get started with spells, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your Ball Collection Trap Tricks playmat today in the link in the description box below at tx1.com. This playmat is only available for this season only, so once fall is over, this playmat will never be sold ever again. So make sure you guys get your playmat while you guys still can. Use the coupon code TXS10 for 10% off your entire order. Now after your spells, Triple Wall of Salamangreat, absolute mandatory. Actually helps you play them the Bureau, and it's like one of the best extenders in your entire deck. And with Pyro Phoenix as well, you can actually reborn back Pyro Phoenix from your graveyard, which is really insane, right? The standard Sanctuary, the Circle, you know, these cards are very standard. Triple Sided Mining, Double Cosmic, a really good card to actually help bait out Crescendo, and also helps bypass the Dingirsu as well, which is really nice. And last but not least, Double Call by the Grave to run off for your spells. Plus 3 Super Poly, of course. And last but not least, I'm going to play, of course, the 1 Rage and also the 1 Roar. Has your interruption traps going first, which is really, really good. You guys all know what these cards do. Really good cards. After the side deck, I'm playing, of course, Double Twin Twister. This card right here is really good for rogue matchups. Helps takes care of those decks that play multiple back rows, which is really good. Double Impermanence. Really nice. Double Mind Control. These cards are obviously really good cards going second, especially Mind Control. Once you activate Mind Control, your opponent is forced to use their negate on Mind Control 100%. If they don't negate it, then you basically just take their monster for absolutely free. So Mind Control is just really nice. Going first package, I'm going to play, of course, Triple Artifact Sanctum, 1 Artifact Scythe, and double Artifact Lancia right here. Against the mirror match, against Orcus, activate Sanctum, bring out Scythe. It's literally game. You just OTK your opponent the following turn. As well, these cards are just overall really great against Orcus, and Lancia is also really good against Inferno as well, which is a deck that's been, you know, popping up and rising up in popularity recently. So Artifact Lancia and the Artifact Engine, absolute mandatory. And last but not least, I'm gonna play, of course, Triple No Material. This card is absolutely mandatory to play in your side deck. I would recommend you guys picking this card up as soon as possible, because this card is ridiculous. Jesse Khan just won UDS Panama with Lunalight Orcus, so that deck is going to be very popular, and No Material is really good against those Orcus-based decks. Like, once they make the XCs in the extra Mantra Zone, just activate No Material, and then they're basically going to pass your turn. And then with Salamangreats, you can easily just OTK, right? So once you No Material them, they're basically going to pass. If they have no way to stop the No Material, you basically just win the duel, right? So No Material is just really insane against the Lunalight Orcus matchup. Like, you guys must side this card. Like, I think it's like one of the best hand traps in the side deck 100%. So that's pretty much for the side. Alright guys, start with the extra deck and play, of course, Double Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix. This card is ridiculous. If you guys do not know what Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix does, is that if this card is link summoned, using Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix as material, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Really broken, so it destroys everything. You can only use each of the following effects of Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix once per turn. You can target 1 link monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field. If a link monster is special summoned to your opponent's field except during the damage step, you can target 1 of those monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equals to monster's original attack. So this card actually helps you burn your opponent's life points in time, which is ridiculous. So now Salamangreat is a deck that can actually play through time, which is really good because you can just link climb into Pyro Phoenix. Pyro Phoenix, like, reborn back one of their monsters, like Sharuja, or like one of their nightmare cards, burn your opponent's life points for a game. This card is really good for that purpose, and also at the same time, what you can do is that you can summon Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, reborn back their monster, burn their life points, and then relink into the second Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, and then blow up their entire board. So Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix is just really good for that purpose. And also at the same time with Hida, like, Hida can easily make this card just really amazing, especially against a mirror match, or especially against decks that obviously play Nightmare Phoenix. You can easily make Hida reborn back the Nightmare Phoenix, or you can reborn back their Sunlight Wolf, use Hida and their Sunlight Wolf to make Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, and then activate Phoenix, bring back the Wolf, burn their life points for 1800, and then make a second Pyro Phoenix to blow up the entire board, right? Which is really, really good. So that's some cool ways you guys can actually abuse Hida, especially with Spinny and also the Jaguar, right? Like, these 2 cards essentially becomes a Pyro Phoenix with Hida, which is really, really good. This card is just really great. There's so many ways you can abuse this card. Double Phoenix, absolutely mandatory. Now, everything else should be standard. I'm playing, of course, Triple Balinx, Triple Sunlight Wolf, Double Helio. These cards are very standard for Salamangreats. The 1 Phoenix and also the 1 Hida. You can also, you know, use this arrow with Sunlight Wolf too to draw cards, which is pretty nice. The 1 Raw Stalio, only 1 copy. Jaguar can always cycle this card back to the deck, which is really good. Obviously, the 1 Abyss Dweller. The really good thing about this deck is that you can make Abyss Dweller against the mirror match and also against Orcus, and once you do that, you basically just win the duel. This card is like one of the best floodgate in today's metagame so far, because Salamangreat, all it needs is 1 extra turn. Once you set up your plays, you can stun your opponent. The next turn, you're OTKing your opponent 100,000%. So Abyss Roller is just really great for that in my personal opinion. Like this card is just so good. And last but not least, since I'm main decking Super Poly, I'm playing the 1-star Venom Fusion Dragon. The one big problem about this deck is that since the release of Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, and even before that, the extra deck space was super duper tight. If you guys want, you guys can find space for the Violet Chimera. So far, like the extra deck space has been very tight. You guys can potentially even side deck Violet Chimera, but since I'm making Super Polymerization, Star Venom Fusion Dragon is just you know, really good. Like I can use a Star Venom and a Fire Monster to make Hita, which is still pretty good. So that way I can just clear my extra Mono Zone, right? Which is pretty nice. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts are about this deck in the comment section below. And this is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.